Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So this article has surfaced as of today and it's regarding Meghan Markle's heartbreaking final words as she quit royal life with Prince Harry. Now, I think that this is a bit of a PR piece to make her look like someone who really did regret stepping back from royal duties, flopping in her royal role the way she has, and trying to make her look like someone with a heart and someone who feels devastated that she actually let down the British public and let down the Queen and let down the royal family as a whole and let down the taxpayer. But I don't believe a word of it for a second. I just think that this is more about her having great PR than anything else. I think she has some regrets about how she left and the public's perception of her. I think that Meghan Markle probably wanted the public to believe that she was an extremely sweet, lovely, nice person, as opposed to really not liking her and resenting her union with Harry. So this article is by The Express and it is titled Meghan Markle delivered 7 very emotional words during her final engagement before stepping down as a senior royal, according to a leading author. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex caused a global sensation in January when they announced their plan to step down as senior royals. Meghan's final public engagement took place on March 9th when she attended the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster. Prior to this, she held a private meeting with members of the Association of Commonwealth University Scholars at Buckingham Palace. According to one journalist who was allowed to attend, Meghan used the occasion to say an emotional farewell to her team. And I don't believe that she really did care. I think that she is an actress, so she probably wanted to convey that she was rather sad and she was unhappy and she wished it would have been a different outcome, but it hasn't been. But I just think that all of this that is now just being released and brought to our attention is really about combating some of the negative press that she has been receiving since swanning around in Santa Barbara with her husband Harry. According to one journalist who was allowed to attend, Meghan used the occasion to say an emotional farewell to her team. The claim was made by Omid Scooby, who, with Caroline Durand, who wrote Finding Freedom, an account of Meghan and Harry's exit from mainstream royalty. In the book, Mr. Scooby says Meghan hugged him before making an utterly unforgettable comment. She reportedly said, "It didn't have to be this way." Mr. Scooby is widely regarded as close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. He spoke to sources close to the couple for his book, though both Meghan and Harry deny any personal involvement. And that's the bit that I don't like. The fact that they are persistent in this lie, saying that they have no personal involvement in what has gone on with the book and the writing of the book. We know that that's a lie. We know that they was heavily involved in this production of this sympathy PR-fueled book. Describing Meghan's final engagement, and this is me carrying on to read from the article, Mr. Scooby wrote, "Staff who had been with the couple from day one were mourning the end of what was supposed to be a very happy story. 2 people fall in love, get married, have a baby, serve the Queen, the end. Instead, they were leaving the country." And we know that this was all fueled by Meghan Markle. She wanted to get out of the UK. The minute that she set foot in the UK, she didn't like it here. She wanted to be in America. She wanted to have the all-American dream and lifestyle, jumping in and out of gas-guzzling cars, jumping on and off of private planes, having everything as lavish as she could possibly get her hands on without having all of the responsibilities and duties of a true, refined duchess. we know that that's the truth, and she has bagged her prince and she's run off to have her cake and eat it too. So the article carries on to say, as Meghan gave me a final hug goodbye, she said, it didn't have to be this way. Referencing the royals, the Duchess is reported to have tearfully told a close friend, I gave up my entire life for this family. Now, I find that hard to believe because she's given up her family. That was easily done. She cut them off, she ditched them. It wasn't very hard for her to give up the Suits role because the reality of it is that she didn't really have much of a lead in that series. She was a main character, but she wasn't a major player. And they could have written her in and written her out. They even gave the character the name Rachel, which is actually Meghan's real name. It's Rachel Meghan. So, you know, she had a throwaway character and she was applying to the Wendy Williams show for a spot. She was actually trying to be some kind of crew member of the Wendy Williams show, and she was desperate for work. So she didn't really give up anything. She has acquired an extreme amount of money or access to finances, and she's spending millions and millions of pounds like it's water. Now, we know that she certainly wasn't dating anyone that rich before she got with Harry. And then she claims, which is an insult to the royal family as well, that I've given up everything for this family. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it, guys? So it carries on to say, the couple said they plan to divide their time between the UK and North America and vowed to repay the taxpayer money spent on Frogmore Cottage, their former home near Windsor. Mr. Scooby also described Meghan Markle's final public engagement in an article for Harper's Bazaar. He wrote, tears that the Duchess had been bravely holding back were free to flow among familiar faces. The Duchess of Sussex emotionally bid much-loved aides farewell, with her flight home to Canada leaving in a matter of hours. So she didn't even give them an extra day to really, commemorate the experiences they'd had together or really spend some time with them, considering she was allegedly so sad. I do not believe this for 1 minute. Meghan would fly back to Canada on the last commercial flight of the day, eager to be back in Vancouver Island by the morning before Archie wakes up. Okay. Harry and Meghan briefly lived in Canada before moving to a borrowed home in LA, Meghan's hometown. Arriving shortly before the city went into a complete lockdown, the couple was spotted delivering supplies to vulnerable LA residents, which was a complete disaster. It was a PR stunt, yet again, much like this one. And it was a complete PR disaster with them scrambling around with maps. You would think that between the two of them, they'd have the logic to use some kind of GPS, handing out $5 meals to the poor and needy in LA, which is an insult to the British taxpayer considering we pay for them. Why aren't they doing charitable work over here? They're not, are they? Recently, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex moved into a new £11.2 million property north of LA. The luxurious property comes complete with a tennis court, children's cottage and swimming pool. In total, it has 9 bedrooms and no fewer than 18 bathrooms. Now, there's a dispute. Some say the property has 16 bathrooms, some say it's 8. I personally think it is probably 16 all in all, if you count the bathrooms in the children's cottage and probably alongside the tennis court. There's probably a few more than that. Meghan recently recorded an interview with American women's rights activist Gloria Steinem, in which she praised Harry for his feminism and said he would provide a beautiful example to their son. I think that Meghan Markle is desperate to come back to the UK, but I don't think she ever would want to stay here. I think she just wants to come back to the UK to correct her public image and try and make herself look good. But how do you do that? You can finesse your way into marrying a prince. You can finesse your way up the ladder. But one thing you can't buy is likability, which is something that Meghan Markle really doesn't have amongst the public. people just don't like her. They haven't taken to her. They see her for what she really is. They know that she has exaggerated the bigotry and racism that she experienced in the UK. She's run back to LA with our prince, and she's still continuing to throw shade and lie on us. So all I can say really at this point is good riddance to Meghan Markle. I wish her all the best in her endeavours. I will keep a close eye on what exactly is going on. And yeah, I'll be back with another video, guys. Bye.